Ladies and gentlemen, we are only a few days away from the end of the window. We've made one signing. Is it enough? Do we need more? Let's get into the latest Leeds United transfer news and rumours. All right, guys, what's going on? My name is Ollie Ward. Welcome back to the Ollie Ward channel. Happy Friday. Hope you've had a great day and you're ready for the latest Leeds United transfer news and rumours. Before we do get into the video, you guys know what to do. You absolutely smashed 400 likes yesterday. I think we're nearly at 600 likes. So let's go for 400 likes again. I'm going to remain humble, as I always am. Also, subscribe if you are new as well. We are 70 subscribers of 21,600. So if you're new, you watching this, subscribe because, why wouldn't you? And get your comments in. Do Leeds United need more? Do Leeds United need a striker, a left back, a new goalkeeper? What do we need? Let me know in the comments down below. Without further ado, let's get into the latest news. And we're starting with Leeds United rejecting a bid and an approach for one of their goalkeeping trio. The YEP, the Yorkshire Evening Post, understands that Turkish outfit Besiktas showed interest in Lucas Perri, who only arrived at Ellen Road in the summer. Perri was brought in to be Daniel Farke's starting keeper. We know this. He's had a few injuries from the offset, and then he's picked up another knock after the season began. And it was Perry's form, however, that cost him his place in the starting lineup after public criticism from Daniel Farke over goals conceded against Man United and Newcastle United. He was dropped. Carl Darlow was in the sticks. And Besiktas today have put a bid in for him. But Leeds United have not been tempted to shift Perri on in the January window and rejected the approach from the Turkish club. What is your thoughts on this? I didn't think that was going to be a thing at all. I didn't think anyone would be going after Lucas Perri. And a lot of people were suggesting on Twitter that his agent is maybe already trying to get him out because players aren't available if it isn't up to their agent. Do you know what I mean? And is he good enough to be Leeds United's starting goalkeeper in the future? Is he just had a few bad games? I've been a bit of doubtful of him since the start of the season. He's never looked comfortable. And yes, he's made big mistakes. But does he deserve at some point to get back into the first team? Or do Leeds look to shift him already? Maybe in the summer, maybe not in January. But then if you've got the likes of Meslier in there, Darlow, Perri, maybe none of them isn't a future number one for Leeds United. But I mean, it was a real shock today when I saw that news that someone's come in for a new signing in the sense of Lucas Perri. And it's quite a controversial one because I don't know how you watching this, think about this one. Does Perri deserve a second chance in Leeds United goal? Or should we have accepted the bid or the approach from the Turkish club? But let me know either way. Next up, we're talking, when aren't we talking about this? Is Jorgen Strand Larsen and the latest on him, the updates that we are talking about. So let's just get a full story. So if you don't know where we are right now, here we are. So Leeds' interest in the striker emerged shortly before it's confirmed last week that they placed an official bid. We know all that, which Wolves did reject. Crystal Palace began negotiations and seemed to indicate a willingness to spend 45 million with a further 5 million in add-ons. But as Leeds look set to miss out on their January target, numerous reports introduced doubt yesterday. We saw this. I uploaded a video and I said there was still doubts. The Telegraph reported that there was still doubts. Didn't believe too much of it. But then Fabrizio Romano deleted his Instagram post. BBC Sport came out and said that Palace might not be going ahead with the talks, but there's no definitive suggestion, that Palace have withdrawn from talks, but nor have they pressed ahead with the deal that look close to be complete. There was a here we go ready as well. A sale of Mateta to AC Milan could happen this month too, but they may have to wait until the summer for that, which could then again dampen their enthusiasm to commit 50 million to a player, which will cost them, half of that in the summer when Wolves do inevitably get relegated. In the meantime, Wolves are said to be adamant they will not accept anything less than 45 million for Strand Larsen, which is a bit of an odd one when the sort of the suggesting price was 40 million, and now they've looked like they can get 45 million from him. And they're now chasing a long-term striker target themselves, Che Adams, a former transfer possibility for Leeds. And he's been looked at, he's 29 years old. He's out in Serie A now, Che Adams, and he plays for Torino out there. So the arrival of a new striker could indicate a willingness on Wolves' part to say farewell to Strand Larsen, perhaps, or maybe, they're planning on a departure of Strand Larsen. And the wait to discover if Palace are moving on from the deal Wolves boss Rob Edwards has confirmed that Strand Larsen has trained and he's available to play tomorrow against Bournemouth when you're watching this on Friday night. One thing that hasn't changed, though, is Leeds' stance on Strand Larsen. They remain keen. They're still open to do the deal, and they don't insist on going any further than the 40 million. Club sources have reiterated that Strand Larsen is regarded as a long-term bit of recruitment business rather than simply a signing to help Leeds United stay up. What is your thoughts on this? Obviously, nothing has massively changed. Would you keep going for this? I'm getting quite annoyed at talking about Strand Larsen because that's the only thing that Leeds fans want to know. Are we getting him? Are we not? I wouldn't mind him. I wouldn't go more than 40 million. But then again, it doesn't look like nothing's been reported that Leeds are getting anyone else. There's no other striker links. Obviously, the 49ers and the same thing that happened with Buenanotte. It came out of nowhere. And next minute, he's in a shirt and he's a Leeds United player. Maybe something like that's going to happen again. It's been very public that Leeds United want Strand Larsen. And will we get him? I don't know if we will. I really don't know. It's going to be so annoying that there's doubts there with Palace. And then suddenly he goes to Palace. That would be typical Leeds. But again, his agent's a Leeds fan. He's keen. He likes to move to Ellen Road. Did he ever want to go to Palace, or did they just pay more? We'll have to see how this one goes. This one's definitely going to go into the last days, hours of the transfer window. Leeds are also, we're talking another suggestion now about fullback. Leeds are also open to the idea of strengthening at fullback if the right opportunity presents itself, says Daniel Farke. But again, he has also made clear that he doesn't want to bloat his squad. So in his estimation, they can be picky as the deadline draws near. Seeing Goodmanson injured, but how quick Goodmanson has returned to training and things already. James Justin playing really well at left wing back. You can also play James Justin at right wing back. That's the reason we got him in, so he can be versatile. Jaden Bogle, Bornau can kind of do a job at sort of right back when we're in a 4, maybe not as right wing back. Maybe when Dan James is fully fit, he might drop into a right wing back role. Who knows what we're going to do with that? But Leeds, could go in for a fullback before the window ends. But if I'm being completely honest, if I was a betting man, I'd say Leeds United will get a striker and nothing else. And we're kind of talking, last but not least, Joel Piroe. Obviously, a lot of Rangers stuff has been going on. Reports that Rangers are set to move on for Joel Piroe. Meanwhile, these reports right now apparently are wide of the mark, according to Graham Smith. The player's stance has not changed, and his desire is to stay at Ellen Road. Leeds are not minded to push him out as well. And with Lukas Nmecha out injured this weekend and no additional 9 arriving as of yet, it would not be a move Farke will likely sanction, which makes complete sense. If you don't sign Strand Larsen, you don't get rid of Piroe. If you don't sign a striker, you don't get rid of Piroe. If someone comes in, maybe you start looking at Piroe loan deal, maybe, or a Piroe permanent. I don't know what they're going to do with Piroe, but Piroe doesn't want Rangers, apparently. He doesn't want the championship. He doesn't want to leave Leeds United, and Leeds aren't forcing him out. So it looks like Piroe will be staying here when that door shuts on January the 2nd. So, it's going to be a busy few days. Obviously, Arsenal tomorrow. If I'm being completely honest, I'm not being negative, but I do think Arsenal will beat us. That's why I'm just at. It's a free hit for Leeds United, though. We can maybe cause a little bit of an upset, but also I'm going into this where I feel like, the favourites might win, and that just might happen. That's not me being negative. It's just they're top of the league. I just think they might get back to winning ways against us. Nothing on Leeds. I think they've just got the quality. I don't think it'll be a 5-0 like it was last time. I just don't. I just got a feeling. Yeah. So have a go at me in the comments if you want, but let me know your score predictions tomorrow. I will be uploading a match reaction a little later on as I am working tomorrow, so I won't be home till 6-ish. So maybe the match reaction will come out 6:30, 7. So do turn on the notification bell so you do not miss it. But guys, I'll keep you up to date with all the latest Leeds United news, the hopeful striker news that we're going to get in. It's only been Strand Larsen. No other strikers have been linked. Come on, link something. Buy someone, 49ers, please. We need a striker. I wouldn't feel confident doing the remainder of the season with not another striker come in, because Nmecha's picked up a few injuries now. DCL is an injury-prone player, and Joel Piroe, for me, doesn't cut the mustard in the Prem. What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Smash that like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheery. Oh.